Hi everyone, in this video I hope to show you how to resize images in Photoshop CC, then export or save them. There is a difference, and along the way we'll touch on actions as well. So let's get over now to Photoshop and make a start. Here in Photoshop CC I have two images open. One is portrait format and the other landscape format. Let's start with the landscape image first. To resize, along the top click on Image, then Image Size. Make sure this chain is closed as it's shown here, not open like that, but closed. Alter the width to a maximum of 1024 pixels. That's for the purposes of the LPS competitions. Those dimensions may change in due course, but the principle will remain the same. You'll notice that the dimensions for the height have also automatically changed. Click OK. For the portrait image, similarly click on Image, Image Size, again making sure that's closed. Change the height to a maximum of 768 pixels. Again, width takes care of itself. Click on OK. Now at this point, we have a number of options to export or save the file to a folder of your choice. I've set up a folder on my desktop for exported files, and we'll come to that later. First option is save the file, but I would recommend that you never just press save. You might end up overwriting the original. Instead, you could use save as or export as. Let's go with save as first. File, save as, on my desktop, my export folder. Now I want this as a JPEG for the purposes of competitions and indeed for most websites. But you'll see that I've been working in Adobe RGB, and again competition requirements and for most websites will be sRGB. So let's come out of that for a second. Instead, go to Edit, Assign Profile. From the drop-down box, pick sRGB. Click OK. Then go to File, Save As, save on the computer, my export folder, JPEG, and now you'll see that the profile is sRGB. And now press Save. Leave the quality at a maximum of 12. The resizing will undoubtedly bring down the image to below 2 megabytes. Click OK. We can go over now to the export folder and just check on all those dimensions and the difference between save as and export as. Here we are now at the export folder. We'll check on the portrait image first. So right click on it and select Properties. Indeed, well down below 2 megabytes. Under Details, we'll see that the width is 512 and the height 768 pixels. Dots per inch 240 dpi. We'll compare that with the exported image in a moment. And color sRGB. So all good there. OK. On the landscape image, again right click, Properties, under 2 megabytes, Details, 1024 wide by 683 tall, but only 96 dpi. Try as I might, I can't see a solution to that, but it's perfectly fine for projection and perfectly fine for websites. I would only suggest you don't use export as for printing, but go the save as route instead, ensuring you assign the sRGB profile if that's what the printer requires. Now, perhaps it's because we didn't get the opportunity to embed metadata. I'm not really sure, if I'm honest, but there is no information about it being sRGB, but it is. I'm afraid to have to take my word for that. Click OK. So that was sizing and exporting and saving. But let's go back into Photoshop now and have a look at setting up actions so you can resize in future with the click of one button. Starting again with the portrait image. To set up an action, first go to Window, Actions, and we'll start a new folder and we'll call it Resizing. If I could spell, Resizing. OK. Within that, LPS Portrait, which is an action now, and all we have to do is press record. And all our actions from this point on will be recorded so we can simply replay them later. So record, image, image size, height, as before 768 pixels, OK, and stop the recording. Now just to show you that all works, we'll go back to the start with this image. We'll open up the actions either from the button there or from the window in actions. Go to LPS Portrait and press play. Hey presto. Now you would simply export or save as we did previously. With the landscape image, similarly, within the resizing folder, we'll set up a new action, LPS Landscape, record, image, image size, 1024. OK, and stop. And that's all it is. Simple as that. And you can always go back to the actions in future, click on the one you want, and press play. So there we have it. All exported, saved, resized, and actions set up to automate the process for the future. Hope that helps. Again, any comments, any questions, leave them below and I'll get back to you if I can. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.